Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we got another game recap video here to discuss. We saw 7 games from happen over the past couple of days, as 6 series are now finished. We have 1 guaranteed Game 7 happening over on Saturday, and we have 1 series left that could go to a Game 7 or could end in Game 6 in the very near future. We'll go to all the updates from our past couple of days and how it affected the second round matchups coming up right now. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here at the End-to-End Hockey channel. If we're this video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe below. Thank you for all of your support. I would never do without you guys. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe button down below and don't forget to leave a comment down in the comment section below. Would love to hear your thoughts on all those discussed here today down in the comment section below. So in today's video, another game recap video. We saw 3 games happen over on Wednesday, 4 games happened yesterday on Thursday, as we're getting closer and closer to the second round of the NHL playoffs. Let's get to all the game recaps and how it affected the second round standings. So first, we saw the Washington Capitals over on Wednesday go to a 3-goal lead and would just cruise to a victory, being the Montreal Canadiens 4-1, as they have ended the series winning it in 5 4-1 and advanced to round 2. They are the second team to advance to the second round, and they earned themselves a date with the Carolina Hurricanes. So that's going to be a very interesting series between the top 2 teams this year in the Metro Division. So really good win for the Caps. Habs get some experience, and it was really good for a team who was probably not supposed to make the playoffs, but the Caps to come away victorious. For the Caps, Wilson had goal and an assist, Strome had 2 assists, Ovechkin, Dume, and Chikrin also scored, and Thompson stopped 28 of 29 shots he faced in the win for the Capitals, while Heineman was lone goal scorer for the Habs in the loss. So it was an intriguing game there, but the Habs get some playoff experience, but Caps are facing the Canes in round 2. Then we saw the Florida Panthers blow a few leads, but scored 3 straight, starting with this goal here from Sam Bennett, Ronald Square Sportsnet. Bennett was able to give the Panthers the go-ahead goal in the second period, and it was all they needed. They wound up doubling up the Tampa Bay Lightning 6-3 in Tampa. As for the second consecutive season, the Panthers end the Lightning in 5 games. They end the series winning it 4-1 and advance to round 2. They are the first of the 2 Atlantic Division series to end. They will face the winner of the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Ottawa Senators. So really good stuff there. Florida is still looking to go to back-to-back Cup finals. For the Panthers, Lois Ryan had a 4-point night goal, 3 assists. Lundell had a 3-point night goal, 2 assists. Reiner had a goal and an assist. Marchand had 2 assists. And Bennett, Barkov, and Verhaeghe also scored for Panthers in the win, while Hedman had 2 assists. And Goncalves scored his first career playoff goal. Paul and Gensel were the 3-goal scorers for Bolts in the loss. It was an intriguing game there. Bulls went toe-to-toe for the first half of the game, but Panthers will pull away in the second half and end the series. And then we saw the Winnipeg Jets blow a few leads, but scored 3 straight and would pull away to take down the St. Louis Blues 5-3, as they now lead the series 3-2 and head back to St. Louis with a chance to end the series. So really good stuff there for the Jets, while the Blues do fail to take the series lead. For the Jets, Connor, who had goal and 2 assists, and Appleton, who had 3 assists, both had 3-point nights. Niederreiter and Mesnikov both had goal and an assist, and DeMello scored his first career playoff goal, also scored for the Jets in the win, while Walker scored twice, including his first career playoff goal, and Snuggerud also scored for the Blues in the loss. So big win there from the Jets at home, and they put the Blues on the brink of elimination. Those were the 3 we saw over on Wednesday. Going over to the 4 we saw yesterday on Thursday. First, we saw Toronto Maple Leafs blow a 2-goal lead. The Sens would come back. They would tie it late in the third, but just a couple minutes after they tied it, thanks to this goal here from Max Pacioretty, Ronald Square Sportsnet, the Leafs would regain the lead at an empty netter, and the Leafs took down the Ottawa Senators 4-2, as the Leafs win the series 4-2, ending in 6 games, and the last Eastern Conference series is finished before the 7-game mark, as the Leafs advanced to round 2 to face the Florida Panthers. So since the Leafs made an interesting series, they got farther than the Habs, the Devils, or the Bolts wound up getting in the Eastern Conference, so they are not able to complete the reverse sweep, and they are eliminated. So this bad news for someone like myself, who is a Sens fan, but still, that team has a bright future, and even though it didn't make it very far this year, that experience is going to help them in the future. So just note there. For Toronto Maple Leafs, Nylander had 3-point night, 2 goals and an assist. Petrie had a goal and an assist, and Matthews also scored for the Leafs in the win, while Shabbat had 2 assists, and Perron Kachuk were 2 goal scorers for Senators in the loss. It was an intriguing game there, but Toronto comes away on top. Then we saw Vegas Golden Knights score a go-ahead goal in the second period with an insurance marker, and the insurance marker would actually be the game winner, as they took down the Minnesota Wild 3 3-2. Narrow victory, but they do win this series in 6 games, halting the Wild's attempt to force a Game 7 and advance to round 2. Well, the Minnesota Wild are the first Western Conference team eliminated. And an interesting stat, they are the first team out of the 4 major sports leagues, the NBA, MLB, NHL, and NFL in the US, to have made the playoffs 8 out of 10 years and not made it out of the first round. That is an awful stat. Even a team like the Toronto Maple Leafs haven't done that. So that is awful for Minnesota. They can make the playoffs quite easily, but they cannot get out of the first round and win a playoff series. They have one of the longest playoff series winless droughts in NHL right now. So that's bad stuff there for Minnesota as they are eliminated. For Vegas, Stone Eichel and Theodore all had goal and assists. McNabb had 2 assists for Knights in the win, while Hartman scored both goals for Wild in elimination. So bad stuff there for Minnesota as they fall at the hands of the Vegas Golden Knights. Then in a very exciting back and forth game, we saw Colorado Avalanche blow a lead but stormed back, scoring 4 unanswered third period goals, including this goal here, which was a bad goal. It went off of a whole bunch of Dallas players in front. It wound up being an own goal, and it wound up being the game winner, as that was the winner that sent Colorado to a 7-4 victory as they tied the series at 3 apiece and forced a Game 7 over on Saturday. So the Avalanche are not done yet. The Avalanche don't have a great Game 7 record. Stars, and especially head coach Pierre DeBoer, has a very fantastic Game 7 record, so it would say that Dallas is probably going to win in the Game 7, but still interesting out there, and the Avalanche still have life as the Stars failed to advance like the Knights and the Leafs did in 6 games. For the Avalanche, McCarr had a goal and 2 assists, and McKinnon who had a goal and 2 assists, both at 3-point nights. Nichushkin scored twice, Natchez had a goal and 8 assists, Nelson and Landeskog both had 2 assists, and Lehkonen and Manson both also scored for the Avalanche in the win, while Hintz had 2 goals and 2 assists, and Rannon who had a goal and 3 assists, both had 4-point nights, and Granlund also scored for Stars in the loss. It was an intriguing game there. The Stars big boys did a lot, but it was not enough to get them the victory and send them to round 2. And then we saw the Edmonton Oilers score 4 unanswered goals after giving up 2 of the first 3 goals. Barely held on, but did wind up beating the LA Kings 6-4, as after losing the first 2 games of the series, they win 4 straight and beat the LA Kings in 6 games 4-2, advancing to round 2 to face the Vegas Golden Knights. So just like the Minnesota Wild, the LA Kings have been a very disappointing team. They have made the playoffs 4 of the last 5 years, and in each of those first round series, they lost the Edmonton Oilers. The Kings are also one of the teams who has the longest playoff series winning drought in the NHL at this current point in time. So the Kings had their opportunities in this series. They had so many chances to put the Oilers to bed, and they blew it. There's no other way to say it. They blew it. They had a chance to put away the Oilers in Game 3, in Game 4, get a 3-0 series lead, get a 3-1 series lead, and they couldn't do it. And the Oilers crawled their way back in, and just like the last 3 years, they eliminate the Los Angeles Kings. So bad stuff there for LA. For the Oilers, Brown had a goal and 2 assists at 3-point nights. Nurse, Ryan Nugent Hopkins, Frederick, and Hyman all had a goal and 8 assists, and Henrique also scored for the Oilers in the win. While LaFerriere, Fiala both had 2 assists, and Byfield, Clark, Spencer scored his first career playoff goal, and Kopitar were 4 goal scorers for the Kings in the loss, as they are the second Western Conference team eliminated. So definitely lots of intriguing game action from our past couple of days. Just going to see the matchups as it sits right now, and what we could be looking forward to. So the matchups as it sits right now, the Jets hold a 3-2 series lead over the St. Louis Blues. That Game 6 is going on in the very near future. The Avs and the Stars are tied at 3 apiece. The Knights beat the Wild in 6 games 4-2, and the Oilers beat the Kings in 6 games 4-2. In the Eastern Conference, the Cavs beat the Habs in 5 games 4-1. The Canes beat the Devils in 5 games 4-1. The Leafs beat the Sens in 6 games 4-2, and the Panthers beat the Bulls in 5 games 4-1. So definitely, I personally like to see teams who do not have very much success get success. So as much as I do have the teams that I do root for, I do like to see teams who don't have a Stanley Cup playoff victory, who have never been to a Stanley Cup final, who have not won a playoff series in a while. I like to see those teams have success, but the Kings, the Wild, and the Senators, who I think were the 3 biggest teams who had not had recent playoff success, are all eliminated on the same day. So bad stuff there, as I really do want to see some new teams get into the next round. But if the Stars do wind up winning Game 7, we will have 6 of the same 8 teams that went to the second round just 2 years ago in 2023. We already have 2 of the same matchups, as the Leafs are playing the Panthers and the Knights are playing the Oilers. The exact 2 matchups that were in 2023 in the second round. So definitely not very many new teams entering in the round 2, but we'll see see how the last little bit finishes. As current point in time, there's only one game scheduled for Friday. That's at 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time, as the Blues take on the Winnipeg Jets. Jets will look to try and put away in 6. Then at 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time on Saturday, we will see the Avalanche play the Stars in Game 7. And if necessary, the Jets will play the Blues on Sunday at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. My guess is if the Jets do end it, or even if the Jets don't end it, we could see one or two of those second round series start on Sunday. So we're going to wait and see on that, but we'll talk about all the games that happened over the weekend in our next game recap video. But that's just what I want to talk about here. I'll let you guys thoughts. Are you like me? Were you hoping for some teams who would not have much success get some success, and are you surprised and a little bit angry to see the teams like the Kings, the Wild, and the Sens all be eliminated in round 1? Are you surprised with seeing another Oilers Knights and another Panthers Leafs second round series? Are you surprised with seeing Caps Canes again? And who do you think will get out of the Central Division? Definitely leave your thoughts on all of that down in the comment section below. That's all I'm going to talk for today. Remember to like this video. If you're like to subscribe below. Thank you for all of your support. I would never do without you guys. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe button down below. Don't forget to comment down in the comment section below. Also a blog, different newsrooms, analysis. If that's going to check that out, I'll link that down in the description below. Can't see you guys all for next video. See you guys soon.